What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how the Ricochet anti-cheat might be working. It might be doing its job. We're going to get into that today. We're going to show you some things from the cheat development side of things, from some cheat discords. And we're going to be taking a look at the things that are going on in the game as well. If you do enjoy the video today, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. It's the best place for you guys to stay in touch and up to date. Right, let's crack on with the video. So first of all, let's talk about Ricochet. Ricochet is an anti-cheat, meant to be kernel driver level, right? Well, they incorporated Ricochet when Vanguard was released, apparently. Well, it would turn out it was only server side that they released at that point. And it turns out that they then claimed they were going to release the kernel driver when Warzone Pacific was released on the 2nd of December. But that then got pushed back to the 8th of December. And then even when Warzone Pacific was actually released, they didn't roll out the kernel driver anti-cheat worldwide whatsoever, no. In fact, when they did roll it out, it started off in the Asia Pacific region, and then after that they claimed it went worldwide. But it appears to not be working to its full potential, at least, okay? So they've claimed that it's going to be doing, AI learning. It's going to be something that progresses and gets better along the way. So basically, what they're saying with the Ricochet anti-cheat is that if the cheat developers keep trying to overcome it and bypass it, then the AI learning will pick that up and detect it. But there has been nothing but rage hack videos all over YouTube, rage hack videos on TikTok, Twitter, and so on. Plenty of people contacting me personally with their own issues where they've been cheated on in the game, somebody's rage hacking, and they don't seem to be getting banned. Well, let me tell you, there are certain things getting detected now. AC Diamond cheats, Apple cheats, they have both put a message out to their users in their Discord servers claiming that silent aim will cause an instant shadow ban. Not permaban, okay, but a shadow ban. Shadow ban is something where you end up in a high ping lobby where your account is basically being watched to see whether or not you are in fact cheating. Usually happens after report, but it can happen based on detection of any files as well. So that means that maybe somebody's reported in game for using silent aim, but it could also mean that maybe, just maybe, the anti-cheat is detecting the silent aim side of the cheats. But you have to remember, guys, the silent aim is only a pretty new feature to a lot of these cheat providers. Remember that cheats have been around since the start of Verdansk, before that obviously, but in the sense of Warzone, they've been around since the very start of Verdansk, and they've only gotten more advanced throughout the last 2 years. So, the added features such as silent aim, to lose that, for people who are trying to play legitimately whilst using cheats, they don't use silent aim, so that's not a problem to them. And those same people who are trying to pretend to their communities that they are in fact legit, well, they're not going to be going out using rage hack settings either. And it would appear that only rage hack settings are causing shadow bans and silent aim causing shadow bans at this point. And that to me says they aren't actually in fact detecting the cheats upon injection, which is what the Ricochet anti-cheat kernel driver is meant to do, along with a couple of other things as well. But at this point, the Ricochet anti-cheat just seems to be a rebranded version of whatever the hell they were doing in Verdansk. Now you have to remember this. A lot of people are saying as well that they're not seeing that many cheaters in the game. But what if those rage hackers are now using soft aimbot or just wall hacks? What if the people who are using silent aim aren't using silent aim anymore and they're just using legit looking settings? Because that would be a plausible reason for why you believe there aren't that many cheaters in the game. Let's be honest, a lot of people see cheats being used and don't even realise what they're looking at, because they've never experienced it, which is fair enough to understand. So what you've got to ask yourself now is how many players are in your lobby that seem to be just cracked out of their mind, playing like a Warzone self-proclaimed pro? Because the chances are those guys are using soft aimbot with walls or just wall hacks. And that is how they are playing legit and not getting detected at this point. So whilst we were all sold the false promise of the Ricochet anti-cheat turning up and absolutely demolishing this whole cheating issue that we've had throughout Verdansk, but now there's a lot of people sat there scratching their heads wondering why the hell they bought Vanguard. Because, let's be honest, the cheating problem isn't fixed. And another thing you've got to take into consideration with the cheating problem is that it is only going to continue to get worse from this point. Think back when Warzone first dropped. how good was the game, you wouldn't have even thought twice about whether or not somebody was killing you with aimbot at that point. No. In fact, a lot of people still to this day believe there are just good players and bad players. They don't see the fact that people are using programs to help them with their aim or with knowledge of enemies. No, they don't see that. But at this point, we've got cheat providers that are currently down whilst doing updates, yeah? And then we've got the people who were rage hacking and people who were using silent aim and so on, now using legit settings. So whether or not it actually makes the game feel more playable to the people using it, you've got to remember that some of the people in your lobby are still using cheats, unfortunately. I can't wait to find out that the Ricochet kernel driver is actually working and detecting upon injection. The minute that happens, I will just be rolling out video after video after video of all these streamers who have either stopped streaming for some strange reason, moved on to a different game at the perfect time, or have just disappeared out of nowhere. We've seen it happen multiple times in the past. People deny, and all of a sudden they get banned. And then once they're banned, what do? They disappear, they'll delete the pages and whatever. They've taken your money, they've taken your donations, and off they go. Because there's no tracing it back to them really, is there? What are Facebook Gaming gonna do? Not much. What are Twitch gonna do? Nothing really. At the end of the day, it's content creation. So what you're seeing is still content, even if they are using cheats, unfortunately. But guys, Ricochet anti-cheat seems to be a big PR stunt at this point. And moving forward, if we find out more information about it, anything we can find out and put together, we will be putting into a video quite similar to this one. And I just want it to be known as well, there is an account that I've used in the past to test cheats. A lot of you guys have seen that account due to the fact that somebody thought that they exposed me for cheating, even though I'd already been open and honest about it. The last time cheats were ever used on that account was in July, when silent aim was incorporated into engine owning, right? That account is still active. That account has not been banned. That account has not been detected in any way, shape or form. In fact, it actually bypassed 6 ban waves whilst Verdansk was about. And now all of a sudden, it's still being able to be used whilst Ricochet anti-cheat is active. Keep in mind that no cheats are in fact being used on that account though. So maybe it's a case of people in the past who have cheated and managed to bypass any ban waves that have occurred are still okay to use those accounts as long as they play legit now. Well, there we have it guys, a lot of stuff, a lot of information, and as we find out more, we will be sure to be putting videos out here on this main channel, but we are also putting out smaller videos on the BadBoy Gaming News channel about all the information provided. So if you want to go and check that out, it is linked in the description below. Also guys, if you're new around here, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And if you did enjoy the video today, make sure you hit that thumbs up for me, it helps massively. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. It's the best place for you guys to stay in touch and up to date. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!